And one time he came up to me, he's like, "Oh, what's your name?" I was like, Dimeji. Like, "No, what's your proper name?" I said, "Ola Dimeji." He's like, you're the chosen one. And I'm just thinking, this guy is sleeping again. This guy's just chatting rubbish. But it always stuck in my mind. Then when I got fired from Amazon and I was with my auntie, I went to the chicken shop and I made an order. And an older lady walked up behind me and she was like, you've got a great voice, your voice needs to be heard.
Wow.
Like, sorry, pardon? She's like, your voice needs to be heard by people, you need to make sure, whatever you do, you need to make sure that your voice is heard.
Wow.
I was like, oh, thank you. Like,
It sticks with you.
Honestly, it sticks with you and you believe that they knew what they're talking about. And I believe what they're talking about. And just having that in my head is like just skyrocketed my confidence, my belief in myself, in God, the universe. Like, honestly, like, in our lives, we may or may not realize when signs are sent to us, and I think it's very important to be aware of when these things are presented to us, because it could be the difference between being stuck in that same hole and completely turning your life around. I'm very happy I say happy, but I appreciate everything I went through back then, although it was very hard, and at the time it felt like I was never ever going to get out of it. Where I am now is completely different, and all I can do is thank my younger self for never giving up, for having that resilience, because, boy, I'm enjoying what I went through. I'm enjoying, I'm reaping the rewards of that resilience and that self-belief and that hunger.
Yeah.
So yeah,
do you know one thing I love is that through the downside, you hanged on to your dreams, and I think that is what helped, because a lot of people are in that same position, but they don't know what they want to do, which I think is a lot worse. Just not knowing, having no vision. Going through downside and with no vision sounds like a nightmare to me.
Yeah, it is a nightmare.
Do you know what? Go on. What was you gonna say?
I was gonna one more thing. So I think one other thing that helped me is that I never had a plan B. Like, I dropped out of uni.
Right.
Like, I wasn't the greatest in school. Like, I wasn't the most academic or whatever. I wasn't that great at sports. Like, I was an all-rounder. Like, I can play every sport, not to a high level. I played American football, basketball, soccer, table tennis, all of that stuff. Like, I play it, but I was never great at it. I played American football. I got injured in training. Like, my wrist is all mashed up now. I can't do anything with it. But, damn, where was I going with this?
Your dreams, like, no plan.
You had no other choice.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. So no plan B. I just knew that acting for me, or entertainment, because I even dabbled in modeling as well. I just knew that whatever I set my mind to, I'm going to be successful in it, one way or another.
You believed in yourself.
I believe in myself. No one can tell me that I'm going to flop. I will never believe it. I know that. I know my worth.
Even during the downside, when you're
even
depressed.
During the downside, I think that's when you have to believe in yourself the most.
Exactly.
Because you have to prove to yourself that you can do it.
Yeah. And that's how you build resilience. And that aids towards building resilience.
Like you said, it's a muscle. You work it every day.
Yeah.
You get stronger and stronger. And people around you will see that muscle is developing in you, and they'll start, like, you will attract the same type of people. You attract people who are as hungry as you are.
Yeah, but what you just said there is key, and I'm glad you said that. And I think that's the one thing I'd want our listeners to take from it, because although we talk about strategies that we use to build resilience, that might seem like we've done it all. You did a major part of that, but there were moments where maybe you didn't think you need it, but that moment where the woman came into the chicken shop, that was important.
Oh, I needed
that. That was part of the journey. When the guy said, Dimeji, do you know your name? We know that as men, it's important to knowing your identity and how that actually makes you. You get it? Like,
said you're the chosen one.
Bruv, come on.
Bruv, I still think about it,
man.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes when
I was just gonna say, like, when a son that's born into a royal family, son of a king, do you think anybody can ever tell him?
Imagine the energy.
He's nobody.
Yeah.
You get it? Do you see the importance of knowing yourself? You know your identity. You know where you come from. And a lot of people fail and struggle and don't have resilience because they might have a dream. They may know what they want to do, but somewhere along the way they've lost their identity, their purpose, or it hasn't been said to them. So they fall at every opportunity that comes to them, because it's like, I don't remember where I'm going again. I don't really remember what it means to be Demeji. You get it? Like, I haven't had somebody say to me, actually, no, people are going to hear your voice no matter what you want. And that's why I think when we talk about these strategies and things, like resilience is great, but it also reminds us that, like, when you fail, when you suffer, there's importance in the community. And that's what you said, you know, that's people you didn't even know necessarily like that, but they put bricks for you to stand on, you know, and it's the equivalent to going to the gym and people seeing you flexing. But then when they realize you're struggling, you get the guy that'll be like, yo, bro, do you want a spot? Can I help you? And every now and again, you need that spot. You need someone, you know, and you got to identify those people in your life as well. I've got my one. That's mine. One of mine over there.